Hello, my name is Brian Benton, and in this video we will take a look at installing a trial version of an Autodesk product. I will be using AutoCAD 2014 as an example, but most Autodesk products will look very similar to this, if not identical. Click the Install button. Read the End User License Agreement, agree to it, and click Next. Since you're installing a trial version, you will need to select the Standalone option. Now, instead of entering in your serial number or your product key, you'll need to click this option. I want to try this product for 30 days. Once you've selected this trial mode button, click Next. Go through any configuration that you want to have set up and click Install. So this option will install all selected products, but running them as a 30-day trial. When installing in trial mode, the trial period applies to all Autodesk products being installed, even if you're installing a suite. When running in trial mode, each time you start an Autodesk product, it will display a dialog indicating how much time is left on that product and provides you with an option to activate the product. When the first product of a suite is first started, the trial countdown begins for all of the products in the suite, even though you might only use one product from a suite, like AutoCAD, for 15 days. That means you only have 15 days remaining for all of the other products in the suite as well. If you do not activate one of the products before the trial ends, access to all of the products will be denied. After the trial ends, you can restore access to all of the products by entering an activation code. Installing tools and utilities. Let's take a look at installing tools and utilities for an Autodesk product. I will be using AutoCAD 2014 as an example, but most Autodesk products will look very similar to this. There may be more or less options depending on your product or suite. At the bottom of the installer, you will have access to installation help, system requirements, and README files. At any time during the installation process, you can access these links to get help or to view any of the requirements. Install tools and utilities. The Install Tools and Utilities Installer button, found right here, gives you the options to install additional applications that may be used in conjunction with one or more of the Autodesk products you are installing. Now, the options available in this list will be different depending on which Autodesk product you are installing. For example, in the Autodesk Design Suite Ultimate Installer, there is a very long list of tools and utilities to choose from because of the number of products that the installer supports. On the other hand, if you are running AutoCAD Installer, as I am here, you will only see a few options to install. Those are Autodesk Network License Manager, the Autodesk CAD Manager tools, and the Autodesk Content Service tools. Note that the SAM Report Lite utility is no longer included in the Autodesk installer. If you wish to install the SAM Report Lite program, you can download it and obtain a license at autodesk.com. Simply search for SAM Report and you will find a page with all of that information. Installing the tools. To install these tools, simply left-click in the box, put in a check mark for all of those that you want. Some of them may or may not have options. If so, click on the little arrow, choose which options you want or don't want. When your selection is finished, re-click on the arrow to collapse the list. This installation is separate from the main installation process and will require restarting the installer after your product installation is complete. Or you could start with this utility installation before you install the main product. Depending on the number and type of utilities being installed, this installation can take a while and it may include separate installers running that require your input and action, so plan accordingly. Once you are ready, click the Install button. When the installation process is complete, you will get a completion screen. Simply click the Finish button to end the process and to close the installer. You will then need to reopen the installer to install the main product, unless of course you have already done so.